From Wall Street to Main Street, this is Lalate.
It's a great evening here on Evenings Lalate with incredible great news about your fourth stimulus check update of 2021. As Gina Raimondo, the Commerce Secretary, speaks about the big numbers at issue in this fourth stimulus recon. Her comments covered for the first time tonight in this breaking news report on Lalate. Meantime, the President of the United States giving a new executive order and guidance for vaccinations across the board, as corporations now see the issues that's happening tonight. Then we cut to the big money that is for you with those MSCs. More Democrats coming forward and proposing monthly stimulus checks for you. It's deliciousness, and we're going to go over all the big sums of money that are available under this fourth stimulus package. Then we cut to the big money. As we go into a weekend, guess what? There's fortunes of money for you to get. Fortunes of money for you to get, and I had a wonderful comment from someone in the live chat earlier today. She embodied the true Purple Power spirit. She's a new member. She's ready to get the money, and she's already getting some of the money. I'm going to show you how to get all this deliciousness, and the deliciousness starts right now as we go into a beautiful evening, starting right now on Evenings Lalate. It's a beautiful day here in Santa Monica across the coast. Boy, what a day it has been with so much breaking news that's coming up in this video. We'll go over that monthly stimulus check and why the Democrats want to give you more months of checks, and the proposals are coming on in. I have the world exclusive on these MSCs. Then we'll be cutting to the fourth stimulus recon as the tow truck has passed over the finish line. Are you watching it? It's walking over the finish line, that tow hitch, and it's deliciousness. Lots of money in that fourth stimulus recon for you and across the board. Then we cut to the breaking news as Gina Raimondo, your secretary for the U.S. government, speaks out about your fourth stimulus recon. And then we cut to the deliciousness of the big money that viewers are getting right today. Guess what? As you go into the weekend, you could have this money as well. Thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. I'm so excited for you. There's so much happening tonight. It's all here. It's all right now. And it starts on Evenings Lalate. And this is Lalate, America's only 24-hour day, 7 days a week financial news channel in America. Live in the morning, taped in the afternoons. Coming up next is Street and Stimulus. Then Sirloin at 8 o'clock. Then Overnight's Lalate, and then Purple. So subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record. I want you part of this family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Kindest, most informed, and most educated community there is out there. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, 2,000-3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. You're going to see how the Purple Hawks are just cleaning up. Meantime, have you hit those LA alerts? You need to do so. Those LA alerts send you an alert when something happens, whether it's a new video or a breaking news. It's totally free. It's at news.la.com. Thousands of you have signed up, but some of you are still in that waiting mode because you haven't confirmed. Watch for that confirmation email, and you're ready to rock and roll. Let's cut to those monthly stimulus checks. House versus Senate, Senate versus House. Who wants you to have them, and how do they want you to have it? Let's go over the details with Warren, Wyden, and Sanders calling for a monthly stimulus check. AOC and Omar calling for a monthly stimulus check, $2,000. We have House Ways and Means calling for a fourth stimulus check monthly. American Petition, Americans calling for $2,000 a month. But the one that has captivated a nation, the one that is the talk of the town, has been the House bill. Pandemic plus 1 year. $1,000 a month, that would amount to at least $13,000. I think you have an opinion. Vote House or Senate, House or Senate. Tell me where you're tuning in from and how the weather is where you are tonight. Who gets that fourth stimulus check? You do. Democrats represent that. If you got a third, you're getting a fourth stimulus check. Single individual, $75,000 or less, you get a fourth stimulus check. Married couple, $150,000 or less, you get one as well. Double it. Family of four, Democrats represent, you get a fourth stimulus check as well. Quadruple it. And if you're on benefits, SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad benefits, Democrats represent, you get one as well. The fourth stimulus check is not income. It's not taxable. And the fourth stimulus check would be the same amount for everyone, including adult dependents. In the third part of this video, you'll be hearing from the world exclusive only covered on this channel, nowhere else. That's why you tune into this channel, Lalate, because of this detail. The number one guy on the number one committee wants you to have an MSc. I have all the incredible details, the calculations, and we'll see more about that. Plus breaking news, as Gina Raimondo, your Commerce Secretary, spoke minutes ago about the fourth stimulus recon, OMG. The president has a major announcement tonight about vaccinations, OMG, and businesses. And I have more from Janet Yellen, Bernie Sanders, Chuck Schumer, and Ron Wyden and Ron Klain, who's the president's chief of staff. That's coming up in the final 15 minutes of this video. A lot of breaking news, a lot of new stuff tonight. But first, let's get some money. Let's get some money. There's a tree in the backyard. Go grab it. No. There's no tree in the backyard. This is money available from you for third stimulus. Viewers have learned, hundreds of thousands of you have learned from this channel, the ability to get massive sums of money on the third stimulus. That third stimulus money is still paying. I'm not talking about a stimulus check. I'm talking about rent, utilities, food, internet, mortgage assistance, and more. We're going to get that money right today because guess what? Viewers are going into the week with zero and ending the week with tens of thousands of dollars. 3 weeks ago, 3 viewers got into the start of the week at zero, and then by Wednesday, they're at 40,000. Robert and others were at 40,000, but Johnny didn't stop at 40,000. He was one of the 3. He continued to the weekend, and he got 7 items, not 3 items, bringing his grand total to 80,000. That was in 5 days. He turned around the next week, and in true Purple Power spirit of helping people, he told others in his family and his friends about this channel and said, I got $80,000. He said, how? Is that one of those game show channels? Is it like, an arcade or something? No. It's $12 ice cream? No. It's not anything about scarves either. No, you can get this money. And they did. They got $100,000 in 5 days. You think this is a rare circumstance? It's happening daily on this channel. Let's go over Johnny's numbers, then their numbers, and then let's go over the numbers you're going to get and get that pen and paper ready, get that phone ready because you're going to start making phone calls. We can get some Snap. That's what Johnny got. He got $12,000. He got EIDL, $10,000. He got $2,000 for taxes. He got $21,000 for rent, then another $26,000 for rent, then some utilities, $9,000, $50 a month for telephone and internet, grand total $80,000. Then he turned around the next week and said, friends and family, you get this money as well. Told them about this channel. He says, as of today, I've helped 5 friends save their home and put food on their table, and 3 family members thought it wasn't going to happen. Then they got it. They got $57,600 for one family, and then the other one got $41,500. Your channel, LA, has been awesome to see other people stop stressing about their bills. Your channel has helped others and myself tremendously. You're such a godsend. Purple Power, Purple Hawks, thank you, Johnny, and thank you, and congratulations. Now, what's going on here? This is money you can get right now. If you have a pen, if you have a paper and you have a cell phone, you can get this money. And you can start getting this money today. This is real money. Rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, homeowners assistance, utilities, and more. I'm going to show you how to get this money starting today. Tens of thousands of dollars. Moreover, my focus is for you to get this money as far as you can get it into 2022. Into spring of 2022 is my focus for you. It's September. I know, Colleen, it's September. It's September. I know it's September. But I want you to get this money as far as you can into 2022 so your rent is paid, your utility bills are paid, and you got food on the table. And if you're homeless, I'm going to get you money for rent as well, so that you have a roof over your shoulder, you got your lights and your electricity paid for, and you got food. That's what we do. So let's go over the money that people are getting for that rent before we go over how to get it. The money for the rent is absolutely astronomical. It's far in excess of $20,000. Let's look at the numbers that people are getting for this rent that you can get as well. Wow, look at that number. My goodness. $27,000, $21,000. This is the rent you can get. Utilities. What do you do for utilities? You pick up the phone and call every single utility company you have. Water, electric, gas, heating, oil. All of them you call up and ask for the money. I'm going to show you what you say in a second. Look at these numbers. Johnny got $9,000. The numbers are going bigger than bolder than ever before. When we talk about Snap, you're going to meet someone who got this money for food, $19,000. He's going higher. No one goes hungry on this channel ever. Then when we talk about combo, 3 items. Nancy got 3 items. Nisi got 3 items. She might be in the live chat. She's always such a wonderful viewer, always in the live chat. Say hello to her if you see her. And then there's Mark. Let me tell you about Mark. 2 items at $32,000. Mark is a double Wonderful story. The second part of Mark's update I'll be delivering this weekend. Stay with me this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. But the first part of his update is this one. First, Mark got rent and utilities, $32,000. But for 5 days on camera, I told Mark, go get the money for SNAP. It's a SNAP. He got it, number one, in 5 days. Number two, he realized that he needs to get more than 3 items. As he saw Johnny get 7 items, he's getting more items as well. Number three, he told his neighbor about this channel. Sound familiar? It just sounds exactly like Johnny's story. Johnny's neighbors got $100,000. Mark's neighbor got $21,000 in less than 5 days. Unusual? Not unusual. Shanann, Purple Hawk of 2 months on this channel. She told her friend about this channel, and that friend is now getting $21,000 from 3 items. As Shanann says, I told my friend about you, now she's addicted to your channel. I appreciate that. And then Mark got that SNAP. How much money did Mark get for SNAP? He got a lot. He got $19,000, bringing his grand total on this channel to $50,500, because you can get this money as well. It's all your money available right today. And let's look at the graphic. And the sky is the limit on this channel, because guess what? While Mark got $55,000, introducing Lorraine, who got $106,000 from this channel, because this is LA. There's no channel like this on the globe, getting people massive sums of money right now, whether it was second, third, and now fourth stimulus coming up. In March of last year, people had applied for that EIDL grant and loan and were not getting approved. They needed to get their applications approved. Someone needed to help them. I launched the channel. And that was where I got viewers $25 million of EIDL loans, saving their bridges, their homes, and their employees' homes. 3 days later, a new thing was going live, only in some states, a very confusing new unemployment application. It was called PUA. Very confusing. And I helped get people approved one after another. Eileen Bellenkamp out of Florida, $15,000. Incredible sums of money. But in fall of 2020, no second stimulus check coming. You needed the money as the holidays, and I showed viewers how to get $250,000 for rent, like Tyrone and his family for out of Boston, $15,000. Now we're doing it again. And we're seeing numbers that we've never seen before, because people are getting better by the minute. Here's Robert. He says, Ella, I want to thank you because I just got approved for $18,000 for rent, $16,000 for SNAP, and $7,000 for utilities. Keep on doing a wonderful job and helping other people. God bless you, LA. I'm a member. I've been going by Dread. Been following you since the start of the pandemic. Again, my name is Robert, and thank you. Congratulations also Sharon and Donnie and Donald and Dottie. If you have a success story, send it to me on private message. I'll feature you on camera tomorrow as well. Well, let's go over how you get this money. You're going to get it today. You're going to start getting it today. You only need 3 things: a pen, a paper, and a cell phone. Let's go over the details. First, we're going to go over rent, mortgage assistance, homeowner assistance. Then we go over utilities. We're going to go over SNAP, and then we're going to go over other items. I'm going to show you some introductory remarks. The first one things I want to show you is that there's 6 places to reach out to. Reach out to all 6 places. If one says no, reach out to the next. They have different eligibility. They have different pots of money. Number 2, listen to the keywords I say in this video. It always helps get people inspired. And that it also always helps get people approved. Third, every state has money. Finally, a sort of new message is that every place has money. If you reach out to one place and they say, I don't have money for you because you're not behind on your rent, just reach out to the next one. They all have money. And please do not post in the comments that there's no money in your state. There's no money in the Western Hemisphere. There's no money in North America. It's not true. And every time you do that, you could be contributing to someone becoming homeless, because you're posting incorrect information, encouraging people not to make the phone call. It's just not true. Thank you, Frida. All right, here are the 6 places you're going to reach out to: your city hall, your city house authority; your county hall, your county house authority. That's 4. And your state hall and your state house authority. That's 6. So the keywords you're going to say are rent assistance because of COVID, rent assistance because of COVID, mortgage assistance because of COVID, and utility assistance because of COVID. You reach out to all your utility companies as well. Get every single bill paid for that you can get paid for. And there you go. You don't say words they don't know, like stimulus or Mitch's wonderful personality. They don't know those things. I don't know those things. And there you go. Congratulations to everyone who got this wonderful pot of money. Tim and Linda got money for rent and utilities. If you did as well, post in the live chat right now. The next part of the money is the money for SNAP. It comes from Department of Agriculture. You reach out to Department of Agriculture to get this entire wonderful sum of money. What is it? It's money for food. How much does it pay? A fortune. Mark got $19,000. Well, congratulations, Mark, because now he's sitting on $25,000. Yes, you heard the news live on this channel first 2 weeks ago. Department of Agriculture is raising everyone's benefits up nationwide, lifetime, an average of 25%. It's incredible, great news. So everyone's benefits will be raised up an average of 25% automatically nationwide starting in October. Oh my goodness. Lynn Glenn got his money as well, and Gail as well. Post your success stories in the live chat right now if you got SNAP. The next part of the money is the money coming back from your state due to overpayment and computer error. That's when their computer was made out of plastic and stone and, wood. And the average payment is $3,000 to $5,000 for it. It's landing by direct deposit. The federal government has ordered that returned back to you. Finally, the refund check from IRS for that 2020 you pay taxes on, that unemployment benefits. Well, guess what? It's deliciousness. And the average payment is about $2,000 to $1,200, somewhere in that range. Margaret got it, Todd got it, Michael got it. But first, here's a personal message from me to you. If you're on the live chat, post your success stories right now. I don't care if you got $100. I don't care if you got $10. On the 1 o'clock afternoon show, someone right before the show said, hey, it's my birthday. And I also got $5,000 for rent. I love that. That was such an inspiration. I put it in the pinned comment at the top of this chat. When you do that, you inspire people. Because guess what? All this money is here ready for you to get. Go get it. The only thing causing you not to get it is you and that cell phone. You need to pick up the cell phone and call. Just call. The encouragement comes from the other viewers saying, pick up the phone and call. Just make the call. You're going to feel so good. As Johnny says, the incredible financial independence people are getting from your channel are incredible. That's what this channel's about. Financial independence. I launched this channel in 2020 when I saw a horrible thing I did not like, where I saw people saying in May of 2020, where is my second stimulus check in May of 2020? I need it. Otherwise, well, no, you can't make yourself entirely financially dependent upon the event of a check arriving in May. It never ran. It never arrived. It came in December. So don't do that. Get this big sum of money and imagine your rent, your utilities, your food, your internet, your mortgage, your utilities bills paid for months, potentially into next year. Imagine the financial freedom and the happiness that'll bring to you. Pick up the phone and call. You deserve it to yourself. Do it right now. Congratulations also to Art Sullivan and Nisi, who inspired so many people with getting 3 items, and Mark for showing us to get big items, and Lorraine, thank you for your inspirations as well. And let's go back to those unemployment benefits. 2020 unemployment benefits you pay taxes on, it's going to land in direct deposit, otherwise in the mail, that refund check. And can you track it? Yeah, go to irs.gov. And 70% of the time you can. It'll reveal the refund check you're getting and the taxes you paid, and also it'll reveal, was Mitch McConnell ever up for Dancing with the Stars? I don't think so. And there you go. Can we top that? Yes, as we go into the second half of this video starting right now. The visual of that is awful. Done deal. $3.5 trillion recon is a done deal. Wow. Can we just breathe this over relief? The tow truck has passed over the finish line. Congratulations. The tow truck, your recon procedure has passed over the finish line. There will be a recon. It will be $3.5 trillion. It's a done deal. They did this 2 weeks ago. Now it's the tow hitch, the substantive part, right behind that tow truck, that is getting finished. All this last weekend, and this week, the Democrats have been working tooth and nail night after night. What are they doing? I'm going to go over all that right now. But first, how do we get to this wonderful spot? By taking roads and bridges out of the recon, putting in something called the bipartisan that made the recon passable. Let's go over the sort of the background of how we got here. The conservative publication confirms some of my reporting. The higher the price tag was on the recon before, the harder it was to pass. There you go. By allowing the Democrats to take out some of the spending from the recon and put in the bipartisan, the roads and bridges, the overall price tag of the recon got smaller. There you go. In other words, the bipartisan deal made the recon passable. Now, let's understand what happened. In the month of June and July, I told you that the recon was going to pass. How did I know that? How did I know that if they hadn't voted on it? Because the Democrats had already met amongst themselves, House, Senate, and President, and had agreed to do a recon and had agreed to do it at $3.5 trillion. There you go. Going into those meetings, that's why Representative Ilhan Omar, Democrat in Minnesota, and Representative Richie Torres, Democrat in New York, had said, we need a larger recon, a recon that goes as big and bold as we want it. And that is why The president said at the same time, protect my recon, protect my recon, because everything in there is progressive priorities, the White House's priorities, says Schatz and Representative Jalopal. So what's a recon? What is a bipartisan? Let's go over all the differences of this starting right now. But something you need to understand is the following, is that the way the Democrats do legislation with other Democrats, because this is a recon, doesn't need any Republicans, is they meet face to face or talk on the phone or go to lunch or have a cup of coffee or go for a walk. They verbally agree upon all the provisions of what they're doing. That verbal agreement is the finish line. That's our finish line. That verbal agreement is our finish line. The tow truck has already passed over the finish line. Now the tow hitch, the recon substantive, the terms and conditions of the recon, is looking at the finish line, and all it's waiting for is the final verbal agreement on all these provisions, which will ultimately be almost an 8,000-page bill. That verbal agreement is literally right in front of us. And that's why they worked all last weekend, all last week, and all this week. Confirms Ron Wyden to press, Ron Klain, the president's chief of staff, Bernie, and Chuck Schumer, who said they're talking 4 to 5 times a day on this recon. They're working tooth and nail. So if you see Frida in the comments, you know who she is. She's freedom of speech Frida. She just has a lot of fake facts. And one of her fake facts is the Democrats are dragging their feet. They're not dragging their feet. They're working 7 days a week on this. I haven't heard anything. Well, you won't hear it because you're not in their room with them. They're not live streaming their negotiations. They're not, appearing, and they're not live streaming or, making a YouTube channel about their meetings. They are just in there going through all these details time and minute after minute. Let's go over how we got to this wonderful spot by separating recon from bipartisan. You understand the difference between the two items. Two different paths across the board. We have recon, your money, and bipartisan, not your money. Let's compare and contrast. So recon is also called reconciliation, also called the budget bill, price tag $3.5 trillion, also called the Democratic spending plan, a progressive reform plan. Bipartisan, not your money. This is called infrastructure, roads and bridges, price tag $1.5 trillion. Well, the tow truck has passed over the finish line. That was the recon procedural the past 2 weeks ago. Now we're doing recon substantive. That's what they're meeting and going over all these terms and conditions right now. And that is where seats for stimulus is heating up. No time for you to push back or sit down. Seats for stimulus. You're doing a great job on Twitter. I'm seeing about, I would say, almost 50 tweets an hour. So you're really doing better and better every single day. Keep it up. Tag me. Just doing a great job. What is the difference between recon procedural and recon substantive? Recon procedural basically says, are we doing it? Yeah, we are. It's $3.5 trillion, and the committees are going to split the money, $10 here, $20 there. So then what's recon substantive? How are the committees going to spend the money? Now that the committee is given the money, how's it going to spend the money? And there you go. How did we get to this wonderful spot? From Jalopal, who recently went with Schumer letter saying, check all the vote on the recon. And he did. And it passed. The letter was signed by 12 House Democrats, part of 100 plus, who recently wrote the president a letter saying, we're going to be putting forced stimulus checks on the forced stimulus recon. 100? Wow, that's a lot. Yes. Can we top that? Yes. The 7 members of the House Ways and Means Committee recently wrote the president a letter saying, we're going to be putting forced stimulus checks to the forced stimulus recon. Oh my goodness. Now that is really incredible, great news. Can we top that? Yes. Because guess what? Freedom of speech, Frida wants you to think that no Democrat is talking about MSC. They're all talking about it. There's not a single Democrat who isn't talking about it. And they are talking about it in all different calculations. Let's go back over what is at hand. Warren, Sanders, Wyden on the House side. AOC, Omar on the House side. Did I say Senate side? I meant Senate side. And this is on the House side, $2,000 a month. We had the House bill signed by hundreds of plus people. We had the House Ways and Means calling for a forced stimulus check, and they are the movers and shakers. And there you go. Can we top that? Yes. As Ron Klain, the president's chief of staff, spoke out just a day ago, talking about how the recon is now easier to do. He's right. That's exactly what I cover on this channel, because it's paid for by corporate taxes, not paid for by the corporate debt, by the national debt. And those corporate taxes is that global minimum corporate tax rate thing that I always sort of skip over because it's boring. It's not in the recon. recon, making it easier to write the recon, easier to vote on the recon, easier to pass the recon. Can we top that? Yes. As we go into the final 15 minutes of this video, so much breaking news, so much new stuff happening today, so much new stuff you're hearing for the first time on Evening to LA. A major new announcement from the White House about vaccinations, a major statement from Gina Raimondo, your Commerce Secretary, about the recon, comments from Janet Yellen about this, and of course, the world exclusive about those MSCs. But first, pick up the phone and call. Pick up the phone and call City Hall, City House Authority, County Hall, County House Authority, State Hall, State House Authority. Call all your utility companies. Ask for rent, utility assistance, mortgage assistance, whatever it is you're asking for. Ask for it now. Pick up the phone and get that money. You can get it. I know you can. Get as many items as you get. It's available right now. Ask for SNAP. Go out and get that SNAP from Department of Agriculture. Once you do, you're going to feel so good. As Chanan said, your channel's addictive. It is, because you get one item, you get inspired to get the other items. Do not just reach out to the volunteers and say, do it for me. That's not the purpose of the volunteers. Moreover, you are being taught a skill from me about how to get this money. Because when forced stimulus happens, and it's in the final 15 minutes of the video, you're going to kill it when you have the skill ready to go. Here's a little bit about the volunteers. I'll be back with you in 60 seconds as Evenings LA heats up. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals. Reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LA Daily for the excitement of the new LA live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LA at 9 a.m. Home LA returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LA at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LA Late. And the excitement continues right now from Santa Monica, California, as we go into a beautiful weekend. I'm so excited you join me. We have a lot of breaking news all weekend long, because guess what? They're working on this recon all weekend long. Wow, that's a hard tongue twister. In this second half of this video, we'll go over that MSC and what the Democrats want you to have and why you're going to kill it as a Purple Hawk. You are absolutely going to kill it. We'll be cutting over the deal items of that forced stimulus recon. We'll be going over what Gina Raimondo said and what the president did as well. And we'll have all this breaking news you're hearing for the first time tonight on Evenings LA. I'll gleam over quickly fifth stimulus because it's a long night with a lot of breaking news. And with that, thank you for joining me direct from Santa Monica. And this is LA, America's only 24 hours a day, 7 days a week financial news channel. Coming up next is Street and Stimulus. Overnight's crypto, and then sirloin at 8 o'clock. Then evenings, then overnight's LA. Then purple. So subscribe. 400,000 subscribers on YouTube record. I want you part of this family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, 2,000-3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcedo VIP. And with that, so much exciting news across the board. I'm so excited for you to join me. Boy, but let's get to the details starting right now. Let me go over a couple things that are just absolutely all over the place. Fifth stimulus, I would usually cover this point right now, but because of the breaking news, I think I need to gleam over it. Number one, fifth stimulus, yes, September to a vote in December. And I do understand there's a lot of reports about raising SSI benefits and Social Security benefits under fourth stimulus. That's a little bit different than fifth stimulus, which I covered earlier today on Afternoons LA. Fifth stimulus is a total reform of the SSI system. I don't know if this proposal to get this sort of piecemeal items into fourth stimulus going to work. But the fifth stimulus is the one you absolutely want because it's the total burger. It's the whole thing. Now, let's turn to what happened with the President of the United States. President of the United States making a major announcement today. A lot of stuff about vaccine mandates, about vaccinations for both businesses of 100 employees or more, also for federal employees, also new fines being raised up for people who do not adhere to travel guidelines on airlines for mask mandate and things like that. A lot of ramping up across the board. Earlier today, Jim Cramer appeared on broadcast news and talked about how the country of Italy, which of course is a different type of medicine than our medicine, socialized medicine, where they actually have now a vaccination card mandate. Our CDC chairwoman was asked whether there would be a vax card mandate in the United States. She said no, but you certainly see how things are changing across the board. Now, let's turn to Gina Raimondo. Who is she? You've seen her on this channel before, certainly on Sir Lloyd. She is the Commerce Secretary, and she appeared on broadcast news today talking specifically about the recon. And she said, ironically, that she wants to hear input from people about the recon. So that's another person you need to reach out to. Now, understand she's the Commerce Secretary. She talks about things like businesses and businesses and businesses. But that's not to say you shouldn't reach out to her. What was her message on the camera? Her message on the camera suggested that she was not getting a lot of support from corporate America for the fourth stimulus recon. No surprise. There's no money in there for the corporate America, and they're taxing corporations. So it's not surprising that she wouldn't get a lot of support from them. But guess who should get support for Gina Raimondo? Us. We should reach out to her and say, hey, give us a multiple stimulus check. I know she's a Commerce Secretary. I know Commerce Secretaries don't give stimulus checks. I know that's sort of not what she's there for, but tell her we have your support. Get a stimulus check in there. Ultimately, if she gets enough phone calls, then she'll get the message, and she'll certainly say, who's telling all these people to give me stimulus checks? It'll get back to the person who she's talking with. This is all sort of a domino effect. The more they hear things, the better they hear it. She specifically said on camera several times, I want to hear from people about this recon. This is Bernie 2.0 all over again. The only difference is she's not head of the budget committee. So pick up the phone and contact Gina Raimondo. Go to her website. She's the Department of Commerce, and they have a lot of staffers saying it's important to have a monthly stimulus check in there. Now, understand, of course, she's not responsible for drafting legislation. She's in the executive branch. She's not a legislator. Let's turn over then to the other items that are happening, which is Janet Yellen also spoke in the last few days about the importance of getting things done quickly. Because guess what? She was worried about the debt ceiling limit coming in later September. What does that have to do with us? Nothing except our time frame, which is what Ron Wyden and Ron Clayan, just, oh my God, these names, both said in the last 2 days that we got a lot of stuff to do in September. And so they're trying to get this recon done first because there's so much else to happen as well. And with that, boy, that was quick. Let's cut to the incredible details of your fourth stimulus recon starting right now. Deal done, sign, seal. Here it comes, your final 15 minutes of this video starting right now. The President of the United States, the Democrats, the progressives, they have their recon. The tow truck has passed over the finish line. Yes, incredible, great news. That happened 2 weeks ago. The recon procedure has passed. Now it's time to do the recon substantive. And at this point in the game, they are going over the terms and conditions. These are all checks for you. But how the terms and conditions lie out is all up for discussion. The Democrats are meeting across the board, but here's some things you need to know about this recon starting right now. Number one, guaranteed 100% that the recon is happening. It's $3.5 trillion, and that it's going to be generally application based. That doesn't mean that doesn't mean you go to a website and fill out a 50-page application form and you hear back in 3 years. No. It means that you pick up the phone. Remember from earlier in this video, third stimulus? Yeah, same thing. You pick up the phone. Why? Because this money will be money that IRS does not know how to pay you the money. They don't keep track of your teeth, your vision, your internet, your unemployment, your medical. They don't keep track of that, the IRS. So they do not know to pay you this money. There's no database they have on you. Where's the money? In the committees. Earlier in this graphic, I showed you the committees that have the money on the fourth stimulus recon. Let's go over an example of some of the proposed items. Free school meals for all, checks. Cheaper prescription medication, checks. Checks for farmers, checks for free internet, checks for clean energy, checks for workers, checks for independent contractors, checks for Medicare, checks for dental, checks for vision, checks for hearing care, checks for low and eligibility age. You got this. All these items are just sort of like third stimulus. Pick up the phone, call. And you can do this. If you picked up the phone under third stimulus and you got that money for rent, utilities, food, internet, mortgage, utilities, SNAP, any of those things, you're going to rock it really big on fourth stimulus because it's so much bigger. It's so much easier. There's nothing in there for corporations. You're going to do really well. People are not going to do well. People are not going to do well. The donut girl and the donut guy who says just automatically, no. IRS doesn't know to automatically pay you money for the internet. They don't know to pay you that money automatically. Purple Hawk's going to kill it under fourth stimulus. Now, let's turn to the check that would come from IRS, the monthly or multiple stimulus check, MSC. All the Democrats are talking about, whether it's AOC or Omar, Warren, Wyden, Sanders, the House Ways and Means Committee, they're all talking about it. But that's not a reason for you not to push. And pushing Purple Power, which I created last year, Purple Power push means to advocate for something, not to ask, to advocate, which means to say, we need it. Not to say when, but to say, we need it. And that's what I told viewers 4 weeks ago to do. Pick up the phone and call your Democratic senators. And that's what WR, a longtime viewer of this channel, did. Picked up the phone, called Senator Chris Coons, Democrat, Delaware, Joe Biden, old confidant. Spoke to the staffer, said, I want to tell you about the importance of giving us a monthly stimulus check. Staffer says, I agree. Senator Chris Coons is giving you a monthly stimulus check. There you go. MSC, world exclusive. Now, let's turn closer in time. 2 weeks ago, when you look at the recon, this name of this recon bill, the whole name is the Reconciliation Budget Bill. What committee oversees the budget bill? The House, the Senate Budget Committee. And who's the chairman of this budget committee? The chairman of the budget committee on the Senate is Bernie Sanders. What did he say 2 weeks ago? He said, prior budget chairman, just sort of stay inside of D.C. I like to get out amongst the people to hear from them. Amongst the people? I translated that on air to you. It means he wants to hear from you. He wants to hear what you want to do with that budget bill. Translation, you need to speak to him. And that's what I told viewers 2 weeks ago. Not a lot of viewers called. Suddenly, Lynn Glenn called, good. And then Brother Joshua, longtime 2020 volunteer to the community page and a longtime viewer as well, picked up the phone and professionally, respectfully, and kindly spoke to Senator Bernie Sanders' staffer and spoke about the importance of a stimulus check. The staffer said Senator Bernie Sanders is proposing a fourth stimulus check. There you go, world exclusive. You have to push Purple Power. If you don't push, they don't give. And he did. And the answer was, it's being given. Monthly stimulus check, great news, number one. Number two, what are the provisions? The staffer said $1,000 to $1,400 is being proposed. Great news, number two. Number three, that it's going to be monthly. Oh boy, yes, great news. And finally, 4 to 6 month duration. That's absolutely wonderful. Catch, there is a catch. Bernie Sanders made very explicitly, or staffer made explicitly clear in the conversation that Senator Bernie Sanders needs your support before he proposes it. We got this. We got his support. We got this. This is what we do. This is Purple Power Push. We push Purple Power and get major legislation changed across history. This is what we do. Pick up the phone and call Chris Coons. Call Wyden. Call Clan. Call Sanders. Call Warren, AOC, and Schumer, and say, yes, I thank you for your work. We need a monthly stimulus check. Do not forget to include it in there. Call Gramondo and say the importance of a monthly stimulus check in there. Because ultimately, they need to hear from you. They want to hear from you. She's on broadcast media, and she's the treasurer. She's the commerce secretary, saying, I need to hear from people. They want to hear from you. Nothing is finalized in those oral conversations until it's finalized. The tow hitch is right in front of the finish line, but things are still being changed, and that tow hitch down to the last second, so push Purple Power. Finally, a couple personal messages for me, for you. You've been doing a great job. I'm really energized by the spirit of the channel in the last 48 hours. Incredible energy. One, I'm so excited for all the new Purple Hawks and the new people who have joined, who see that there's massive sums of money available under third stimulus. Second, I'm so inspired by all the new success stories. Really great job. Keep on pushing. Number three, I love all the people who may have tried at one attempt and then realized, no, I wasn't doing the right thing. Remember, you don't call up one number and then stop at one number. You push across all the numbers. Also, I'm very excited that so many have really taken this tour to action and really understand this is September, but I want you to get money as long as you can get for many, many months so that as we go into these winter months, you have your rent, your utilities, food, and internet paid for. And we're an inspired community that has gotten itself financially independent. I'm so excited for all the incredible energy I see on the channel in the last 2 days. Please keep it positive. Keep it informed. Stay away from negativity. Stay away from comments like nothing, never, ever, never, wever. Wever? Yeah, I don't know. Wever. Wever. That was a great sitcom. I love that show. Weber. Oh, it's Webster. Sorry, not Weber. Webster. Well, before my time. Anyway, keep it positive, keep it informed, because all this money is yours. You're going to get so well. As Johnny did, he got $80,000. He turned to his family members and said, go get it. He initially pushed back. They said, I don't know. Go get it. Now they're sitting on $100,000. They're sitting on $100,000. It's your day to get this big money as well. Thank you for joining me tonight. I look forward to seeing you next on Stream Stimulus coming up at 7 o'clock. Then at 8 o'clock, Sirloin. Then at 9 o'clock, Overnights Lalate. And then at 11:30, Purple Power. And then tomorrow morning, join me on Early Mornings Lalate, Countdown Lalate, and Lalate. Mornings Lalate. With that, subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record. I want you part of this family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, 2,000-3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay with Ally for more.